Right, I have returned. I think we achieved some success. It is dark outside, so I wasn't able... I mean, there were definitely some squads, so something was achieved. Right, so... Captain Fuller, or is it Hilltide? We'll do Hilltide. It'll be a true test of mettle. Let's destroy all of it, you know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. There's nothing earth-shattering. It's going to happen before torment. Mm-hmm. 76, 74, 76, 79, 76, 79. Interesting balance. Oh, yes, the tarot power is much better. Critical sense, though. I don't care. Oh, look. Our little experiment with spark is over as it is anyway. Right, put on these. Yes. Uh-oh, lady. A wasp didn't get in again, did it? Oh, they're nasty creatures. The red ones. They are also from the realm of hatred, I'm sure of it.
Came apart nicely.
This is more the burn folk. You, got burned in hell, did you? That's terrible. Remember what happened to Downman? He thought he saw something, and he looked over to see what it was, and it was a bunch of hands, and they grabbed him. And then he died. After felling countless demons, substantial size and power. And life's like that. You know, don't think you're all high and mighty. Too proud to die by a disembodied arm tickling you to death. All right, that's what happened. You were there. Oh, look at him. He's a jester. No, I like it. Look at his hat. Yeah, look at this one. He's sort of a jungle druid. Oh, I love the aesthetics. Yes, yes. And you. Is that a bag on your head? Oh, I like that too. It's very serial killer-y. Serial killer-y. Yeah. In a cool way. Not in a Son of Sam way. You know, greasy and perverted. Well, I guess they're all perverted. But it seems less so when you watch it on Netflix, when everyone's attractive. Oh no, I think I'm perverted. No, I just like Netflix. Right, Hilltide. And now on this sanctuary's continent. This is the western continent, yes? Yes. On the western side of the sanctum of the eternal conflict, where shall we find encroachment of hell? Preferably one that lasts longer than, well, 35, that's good. That'll work, that'll do. Love going to go cool. One of my favourite towns, cities, whatever. City. Lady. Sweet lady. All right. We'll get on the horses now, right? Yeah. We've done the slow burn. Now let's get some fast action going. Hello, fellow wanderer. Is it the Spiritborn that I'm standing next to? Must be. Everything's dying. And I'm not doing it. I mean, the explosions are helping. They're helping. Abhorrent cinders. Ah, friends, 9 minutes before bedtime. Drats. You know, just because you're not a child doesn't mean you don't have a bedtime. And if you can't go to bed at bedtime, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You see? And you will be. You'll be in trouble. The next day will come. You'll be tired. You'll wish you'd gone to bed. You know, a truly terrifying punishment is one that is merely a consequence of your actions and not handed down to you to teach you a lesson. The Triune, yes. So many faithful servants. The prime evils, way back when, this is a long time ago, they started a church. They called it the Triune, but it masqueraded itself as light and love and peace and all that. But it was really just them. And once you got to the inner sanctum, you were so invested. You'd paid so much money. You made the kids buy all those goofy clothes, read all those books and told everyone that you had all those experiences. And they'd take you in the cellar and tell you that it's actually just a bunch of demons that try to invade Earth.
We demand blood.
Well, obviously the church fell out of favor, but you know what caught on? That cellar bit. People are actually more attracted to a church ran by the embodiments of terror, destruction, and hatred than they were a church ran by the embodiments of compassion, mercy. I forgot what it was. Just a bunch of fluff. A real demon. So these altars, they extract blood from me? And then I get loot. I'm looting myself. Not paying the price in blood. That'd be an interesting form of currency. If you could use your own blood as payment. Because you would recreate it, you would reform it. It would take time. I'm sorry, I used ball lightning, I didn't mean to. Just to give him a hug. That's what I love about shock pulse, is that what it is? The hugs. The hugs are great. I mean, they're really good. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm going to say there, right? You heard the pun in there? I'm not going to say it, though. I'm going to say it. They're shockingly good. And how many abhorrent cinders do we have now? Let's get enough for 3 chests. 75 times 3 is 2225, I believe. Maybe it's 250. I don't know, I don't have my calculator. Numerology magic is a very specific form of magic. You have to be a whiz with numbers to be a wizard. I'm sorry, Maria. You're right. Math is a practical skill, and everyone should be adept at it.
Lady, you're just sitting there being sweet. She being so sweet. She looking up at me like, I'm a sweet lady who. I'm just so sweet. I'm just so sweet. I'm gonna give you a kiss.
You know what she's really telling me, though? It's bedtime.
Lady.
Baby,
Lady. What's she saying, lady? Don't cry. Don't cry.
4 minutes? I don't know if I'll have time to get 225 in 4 minutes. If we use ball lightning, we will. Hit the timer. I'm so like Sonic the Hedgehog. Huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. And I constantly compose Sonic level music inside my head all day. Every day. It takes a lot of energy, though. You know, when the dog looks behind you at something that's not there, there usually actually is something there, friends. Darn it. You didn't go to bed early enough. It's happened anyway. Look, I'm going to come clean with you about going to bed on time. If you don't go to bed when you're supposed to go to bed, then you'll be up all night battling evil spirits. If they know that you know they're there. So it's very important. Act very cool. If you should see anything weird, you know, like a body with a head that pops in and out of its chest cavity, you know, just play it off. You know, the last thing you want to do is give them attention. They are attention whores, and they're quite drastic in their methods of getting attention. So, if you don't go to bed on time, you will be haunted by the evils of this world, the most sinister, terrible things. But the good news is that once you get over the initial shock, it becomes comforting knowing that you're never alone, ever. Ever. Of course, I'm just joking. Right. No. Just joshing. But seriously, if you have a bedtime, go to bed. It's the best advice I could ever give you. Decide your bedtime. If you don't know it, decide it. Don't let someone else tell you your bedtime. But if someone else is insisting on a certain time, it's worth taking a look at it. You know, are they right? Maybe that is your bedtime. Because your mom told you that for so long. Because she was right. That's your bedtime. Oh, no, we're not going to make it. We've got caught in a monologue about ghosts and bedtime. Maybe we can still make it. Technically, we're still on time if it's not 9:31. We have 100... Maria! And we have 178. That means we only need, according to my map, which may be incorrect, doesn't matter now, that's the goal we set. So, it's alright. It's okay. We've got it. We're there. We've got it. We're there. Oh. Oh, darn. A chasm. Quite deep. Where are we? Oh, the Scorched Plateau. This place is the place between Hawazar and... Oh, oh, oh. Ever open your map when there's bandits about? They're notorious for waiting till you're distracted. It's true, she wanted the spaghetti. How would I save this video? Archive this video? What if I want to edit this video? Like, you can't, because it's a live stream then, yes. But I could... I think I know what I'll do. Right, we'll just be a little late to bed. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Are we still going to bed on time? Ultimately, yes. Is it 9:30? No. But is it 9:40? No. And you're late. You're only late when it's 15 minutes past. I don't know if all of you know that. That is a law. And it's the truth. It's just the truth, you know. You don't have to say this is the law when it's just true. So we're fine. 225. That's what we're getting. Maybe I was a little too harsh about the bedtime thing. You know, we really should be more flexible in our minds. You know, do we want the abhorrent cinders, or do we want to go to bed? That's the true question. Strange I should want something that is abhorrent, and yet not strange at all. The circles of fear. It's an art crafted in the realm of terror. It's sort of silly, though. It doesn't really do anything. It just makes you run around. It just moves you, which I suppose is something. Okay, this is a nasty fellow. You know, there was a time when just one breath from him, and you'd be repairing your armor. Just one breath from him, and you were dead. Look at that. Do you see that? Is it, what is an odd skeleton? You know, the skull doesn't really look like a skull. It just looks like a doll's face on a rib cage. Maybe it's because the flesh is still kind of like plastered on there. Oh, look. Oh, I'm sorry, gentlemen. Seems you've taken care of things here. Oh, they're doing a dance. I'm gold number man 1. And I am gold number man 2. And I'm this guy here. Looking at demon flesh close up with you. We come from the Iron Wolves encampment. And we dance all day. No reasons or explanations. We're cold and we'll keep it that way. That was wonderful. Yes, wonderful. We're going to go over here. They're offbeat. And I know this sounds cruel of me, but I bet this feels so good to him. Ugh. Imagine how liberated he feels. like popping a zit or getting that nasty scab off. Right. All right. I think we've gotten enough. I think we've done enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as is tradition here in this part of Sanctuary, we leave each other with words of wisdom wrapped in artistry, otherwise known as a poem. Now, as we think over tonight's themes, and there were many, there were many, what sticks out the most? What have we learned more than anything else? I'm trying to peruse my memory. And I think the main takeaway from tonight, I think the thing that will stick with me. Yes. Oh shit, I can't remember a damn thing we talked about. It was just so much. Maybe this will jog my memory. Well, let's see, let's recount tonight's events. We went and got the head, the skull, yes. Then we looked in our sack, and we discovered it's probably better to have critical strike chance than damage, just flat damage increase. No. What was something occult or metaphysical that we discussed? For some of the finer points. Let's see. We talked about mana. We talked about mana. I don't know if that was the main takeaway, but it's something I remember, so I'll just latch on to it. We talked about mana. Yes. How about a poem about mana? You don't think there's one? There's guaranteed one. The internet exists, therefore everything exists. Yeah. A whispering, please tell me. Yay! Oh, that made me so happy, I don't know why. I'm just happy I had a silent key. Whispering key, something like that. And of course the advantageous thing about using shockwave, shock pulse, is that what it's called? I've really got to remember what is it called? Charged bolts, yes. Charged bolts. They create a lightning nova. These are the ingredients of lightning nova. You've got your teleport, yes. And you've got your charged bolts, as they call them. See, come close, and then, oh, clever girl. You see, I can't do that without teleport. I can't do that uphill. It's hard to teleport uphill. You know, it is. There's a lot more judging and specifics that go into landing something uphill versus downhill. And if you overshoot it downhill, no worries. If you undershoot it downhill, no worries. Well, but going uphill on a craggy cliff face, and you undershoot that, and you'll be repairing your armor. It's like, you know, slap your friend on the back. I love you so much. And then they explode in lightning. Bop, 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 bop. Reminds me of when I was an Archon, and I would just go around just like punching shit, and it would explode, you know? And it's just the full force, you know, people would be screaming, crying, hiding under pillows. Of course, I wasn't hurting any innocents, it was an awesome, terrible power, you see. You know, when you're faced with the embodiment of an Archon, you just sort of, you know, if you're not also an Archon, or a demon, or an angel, or some other type of hero, you're just going to piss yourself. And that's probably because the low intimations of gravity and strong and weak nuclear force are bulging out of the vortexes that are created within your body. Oh, it's wild stuff. Yeah. I'm sad. Right. 225. We've done it. And that only... Oh, it's 9:40 now. Well, remember what we said. You know, it's not late until it's 15 minutes late. If it's not 15 minutes late, then it's technically still early. Now all we have to do is find the chests. There's one. So we'll go there first. All right, we're getting the horse. Sometimes you need to ride the horse. Just sometimes. And so these people are going to try and stop me from getting the treasure. Oh, nasty devils. That's your true crime. A fox. All right, next chest. If I could just for 1 second. Right, yeah. No, get it out. Get it on your system. There you go. And it's a bunch of staves. Which is fine. Because the aspect, friends. It's going to be a special aspect on one of these staves. You'll see. Right, next chest. What's this thing? An accursed ritual. 9:45. Let's see. But we're still within our 15-minute right. Our freedom to partake in the accursed ritual before bedtime, even though it's past bedtime. It's not a crime. It's a choice and an option. You just use ball lightning. Is this it? This is a cursed... Oh dear. Oh, I really shouldn't do that. You know. I think we are held somewhat karmically responsible if we enact a ritual. We didn't kill them. We didn't spill their blood. But there they are. And there are the lights, the candles. If we start the ritual, we are karmically responsible, and in some ways in debt. Spiritual debt. You know why they are demons. They couldn't pay their spiritual debt, their karmic debt. There is one ceaseless will of all things, and that is to achieve balance, homeostasis. The universe is constantly trying to administer its forces in such a way that that which contains, that which needs, obtains. Until everything is, that balance. Of course, it's an illusion. There is no, the exchange itself is an imbalance. So, and then there's the overflowing of the energy, and that which doesn't have the energy is attracted to that. What is energy? It's just, anything. Anything. It's just a ceaseless wave. But anyway, long story short, I don't think we should do this. And well, wait, hold on. Baneful Heart. Well, I did kill to get the Baneful Heart. Oh, you know what? I think these just landed here like that. See, look, there's a demon right there too. So it's just the Baneful Heart, and it's all right to sacrifice a Baneful Heart. I'm doing it a favor. I think those men were just like aligned that way, like the demons are trying to dissuade you. This is going to go fine, I'm sure of it. Consequently, that's what sin is, It's a sort of debt. It's imbalance. The more imbalanced it gets, the more it must be corrected. Sin begs for correction. And I'm not being preachy. I'm not. I like all the stuff that God told you not to do. I get it. But there is there are just some things you can't get around. You're going to have to pay the debt. And if you can't pay the debt, well, I hope you like hellfire. But I'm not being preachy, right? It's just how it goes. And then, who's not able to pay that debt? You get a loan. Go get a loan. Then Jesus offers absolution, so you don't have to even worry about paying it anymore. And of course, that has some effects on the spiritual economy as well. We're not going to get into all that. The economy of merit. No one deserves merit, but only grace. Then the price of eggs gets really high. Like really high. But merit is good for something. It's a good discernment. Not for ultimate destination, but maybe, who gets to work a friar and who gets to answer the phone? Who should do that? Well, it's a strange world, There's so much about truth. People say it, and they're right, and then there's so much that's wrong. Everything's right, but it's wrong for the right reasons, or for the wrong reasons. It's a mess. There's no true way to apprehend absolute truth. The very act of perception is to obscure some of the visage. I will use ball lightning. She's being cantankerous. She's dropping hellfire. And no one else here to try and fight her. Must be because we're in, what is it? Before torment. The difficulty that's simply a stepping stone, a means to an end. Oh dear me. I'm not going to go to bed on time. Which is fine, it's fine to be tired, because when you're tired, you're less anxious, much more agreeable, until you get irritable. That only happens after lunch. I think she's losing her flesh there. Exali, Blood Maiden, Exali. I think she was a demon originally from the Fertile Crescent. sanctuaries, Fertile Crescent, I believe, if we would consider it as such, would probably be, a Chaldeum. Would probably be. It certainly is a fertile place. It was. I was here a long time ago. It's a very rambunctious place. Everywhere in Sanctuary is so empty now, compared to what it used to be. I mean, if you can imagine, 3/4 of the world's souls perished and never returned. But I never had a lot of friends, so, I missed people, but only like 3 of them. Right. We have still all these cinders. Look, it doesn't even matter. No. Just in time. Right. So, I leave you with this, friends, because in truth we meet, and in beauty we part. For in truth we shall meet again. How about that poem? Am I technically talking to myself for 3 hours? No. No, because I'm talking to you. But what if no one watches the video? Impossible. Absolutely. Sometimes, some way, somehow, someone will unearth these tombs. Of course, it's not recorded, it's just being streamed. I'll be able to find a copy of it. No worries. Remember, no one is ever truly alone. Even on the internet. It's not so much talking to yourself that's the problem, it's what people inevitably end up saying when they think they're alone that begins an issue. Remember, we are what we think. Speak and act in hatred, and trouble will follow you as surely as the cart that follows the ox. That's if you're talking to yourself, to someone else, computer, whatever. The word itself, the intimation, the thought it evokes. These are real things. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. No, but the thought they invoke certainly may. And sometimes much worse than sticks. Not stones, though. Stones can be bad. Really bad. Right, friends. As promised. Oh, this one sounds nice. Ooh. Here's one written by an islander after the United States acquisition of Hawaii. Oh, I bet there's some sweet bitter juice in that. I don't think that's the flavor we want to leave on our tongue, but I do recognize that it is a tragedy. It is sad. For someone to have, they must take from another. And not just take from another, take what the other solely holds dear. The sadism. Let's do this one. This is also a poem that seems to originate from Hawaii, an island. Oh, New Zealand. The Kawarau River. Kawarau. 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 The Kawarau River. Kawarau River. The Kawarau River. Kawa'arau. Kawa'arau. Kawa'arau River. Kawa'arau River. That's how you say it. Kawa'arau. Anyway. Mana by Carlo Mila. When you flow through my body, I know I am caught in the current of a river larger than the length of my own lifetime. And it bends where we have all been before. Same rapids, other waters, our veins, my blood. I know I am in the flow of something greater than my own self. Now, she never talked about mana, or did she? I'll have you know. It is the circulation of the bodily fluids, of the electrons in your nerves, that creates the current, that is the force by which we manipulate energy, and itself becomes energy. And that is what we mean when we say mana, not ectoplasm falling from the sky. And that's what she means. She might not, although she might consciously know this might be a very advanced wizard. She certainly has an open heart. And she has the vision. She can see. She can see beyond time and place to that which is constant in change. One more time then. When you flow through my body, I know I am caught in the current of a river, larger than the length of my own lifetime. It bends where we all have been before. Some rapids, other waters, are veins, my blood. I know I am in the flow of something greater than my own self. Now they feature the picture of the Kawarau River. It doesn't seem... Is this what that poem's about? Watatorere, where the river narrows. A natural bridge where the river narrows, 3.9 feet. This was important first to early Maori and then to gold miners. It was the only place the Kruta and Kawarau rivers could be crossed without boats. Maori were heading to the Haast Pass to seek Paunamu. The miners were seeking gold in the Arrow gold fields. So why are we talking about that river, though? So this poem must be about that river. And let's see what Poetry Soup has to say. I want something a little bit more arcane, a little more. Oh yes, this unconstrained flow of consciousness. As we too fail to live forever on this earth and seek safe harbor of new birth, a penance paid for what it's worth gets displayed, abstained. Read this work. You have to pay for it, so maybe not. As we too fail to live forever on this earth and seek safe harbor of a new birth, a penance paid for what it's worth, regrets displayed, abstained in dearth. A body made of leaven sends manna down from heaven. See, it made an allusion to its original use, context. But who can talk about the mana which grants the power to do magic? A whisper in the wind, a whisper in the wind, soft sigh. Mana flows, unseen nearby. A force of life, a hidden might, to weave the spells, to bring the light. From earth's deep core, power springs. Through roots and stones, the current sings. In every leaf, in every stream, a vibrant pulse, a living dream. The adept's hand with focus true channels that flow of vibrant hue to mend the broken and ward off harm, a dance of magic, a whispered charm. With will and heart the spell takes flight, a burst of energy, a dazzling sight. The air itself charged with might, man is magic burning bright. So listen close to the world around, where ancient power can be found in every breath and every beat, the magic of mana ever sweet. This poem depicts mana as a vital unseen energy that permeates the world, accessible to those who can channel it through focus and intention, allowing them to perform powerful spells and manipulate their environment. Was that from a video game? Oh my god. No, I'll leave you with this. If mana is a river, arcana is the brim, magic is a bucket, and a wizard learns to swim. Good night, everyone. It's past your bedtime. Go to sleep. And remember, don't let them know that you notice that, that they're disembodied evil spirits trying to wreak havoc, waiting for judgment and the end of the world. So that can be quite cruel, but interesting, if it does happen. If it does, just go with it, try to ignore it, and then when you simply can't ignore it any longer, tell it a joke. Tell it a really dumb joke. And then fart. Works every time. Alright, good night, everyone. Until we meet again, wanderers, in the world of Sanctuary. So I saved it.